Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Henry, who wanted the Hobby Hizack in the colors of an Ultramarine from Warhammer 40k. I think that came out pretty well. Actually had some decals that I think worked for it, and some other features. There's a kind of decoration on the Ultramarine belt. It is probably lore important. I do not know, but I was able to kind of fake it using one of the various Xeon insignia just to the side of the skirt armor. So I'm pretty happy with how that came out. Hobby Hizack is not bad. It is a 350 raid with 2 melee weapons, stunning hand grenades, and dodge roll. In exchange for all that, I feel like it doesn't hit particularly hard. At least the way I built it. I'm sure it can, but it really doesn't seem like, I feel like that should have hit, but it really doesn't seem like it's that, strong. I mean, 28 is not bad for a downswing, but yeah, I know there are raids that can, even at 350, that can make that look, ridiculous. Managed to get back out of the way of the Proto Gundam, which haven't seen those in a while. Kind of nice to see it again. But yeah, luckily, very, very grateful because my team turned up. So it's not like they were avoiding me or anything. That was, other rounds I played tonight. But yeah, they saw I was in trouble and they came and got me and backed me up, and I am really grateful for it. And there is a Flailthrough. Speaking of things that can hit way harder with melee, and that, I think the Flailthrough is a general, which of course is one of the reasons it hit me that hard. I am having trouble finding the support. I'm sure there is one. But also, you may have noticed that we actually have a sniper who's sniping, and I feel like I wanted to, kind of hang back a little bit and make sure nobody was coming after them, because yeah, if you can provide enough cover and support for a Zaku 1 sniper, it can absolutely wreck things miles away. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do that. I should have held this grenade until I was this side of the hangar, but yeah, I was hoping to catch somebody or something. I did not. See, there's the Proto. The Proto is now on the ground. I got hit by the support fire, I'm pretty sure. Or, some kind of small arms fire. I did not have a lot of health. Okay, Agi firepower type. Yeah, one of the missiles, most likely. But yeah, I had one where that felt really good, but I did basically no damage and no kills. So I went with this one where I think I may have already gotten all the kills I get, but I did good damage and did a fairly okay job supporting the team. Yeah, number 5 says stay close, but that is kind of not how snipers work. So, like I said, yeah, I'm kind of trying to just stick like the midpoint between my team and the sniper at points, just so I can go in whatever direction help is needed. But yeah, sometimes I just have to go up front and be with the rest of the team where we're chopping at things. We're a little bit spread out, and that's not great, but I don't think we're occupying all 4 quadrants of the map at the same moment, which is pretty good. See that I managed to get the Proto's pilot, but yeah, I'm trying to do enough damage to take it down, and I am the only one in the warehouse, which just like this is where my tunnel vision really does me in, because I am near my enemies, or I'm near my allies, and I see something important that looks like it needs to be done, and I walk towards it what feels like not very far. Okay, yeah, I did get another kill. I was really happy that I got that one, because yeah, it was, I was not expecting to, but managed to time it just right. I feel like my timing was pretty good tonight. But yeah, in the other round, the one the one I didn't keep, there were a couple of suits where just like I managed to be, it was in Freet Noct mostly, where I managed to be exactly at the right place in the right time to make sure I hit them before they could hit me. I wish you could do that more often. It feels great. And there's that Agi, which, yeah. Again, it's one of those things of the better you know your melee hit boxes, the more you can do. Because you don't necessarily have to have somebody on your camera. Man, I probably need to do the shoulder charge into Heat Hawk more often because it feels like it's more damaging, but and it also feel the Heat Hawk is faster, so that's it's easier to follow up before the iframes kick in with that than it is to do it the other way. The one thing I have been trying to do that has been more or less working out for me is that the previous round I tried this, I was boosting back from my downswing a lot, which works with a lot of other things. But since the shoulder charge is slow, and yeah, hats off to that Ifrit Knock for coming and backing me up. Like I said, pretty good team today. But yeah, I usually back off after the downswing to prepare for another melee attack if I can. But because the shoulder charge is kind of slow, if you're not going to be in anybody's way, like I would have been in the Ifrit's way there, I'm finding it's actually better to boost forward before you start the shoulder charge than back. So, just it makes sense that, in a game this big, there are not like universal routines, but there's also just kind of breaking habits for yourself, which can be tricky. Let's see, there is the Dozel Zaku, which, yeah, I managed to bounce its melee with mine, but that's about the extent of what I was able to do. Though it is out of feet now, so, maybe that bazooka shell was helpful. Let's see, we are a minute and a half till the end of the round. We are only slightly behind. We can fix that. And yeah, we are now less behind, so we can definitely fix that. And yeah, like I said, Hobby Hizack's not bad. I feel like it could hit harder, but again, with all the stun options it has, and being splash stun options, which are frequently more reliable than things like, say, the Ifrit Nokt's Cold Blades or Cold Kunai, it's maybe for the best that that it's not that super reliable at doing high damage. I don't know. I am glad I do not have to balance a game with 500 units while I'm adding a new one every week. That's all I can really say. Okay, we tried to base bomb. It didn't work out. Hopefully the person who tried it will be back with us, because, yeah, if we can just, stay healthy here, we're in good shape. This Slyfrail is nearly down. I was not able to hit it. Came around behind it. It turned. It did not have a stun ready for me. Luckily, my ally and I managed to pretty much just kind of swap iframes there. So I think I did knock them down finally. But yeah, we just chanced knocking each other down for a good while there. Luckily, while we were, running up towards the enemy base like fools, the rest of the team managed to get the kills we needed to win it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I didn't make the board, but it turned out pretty well. It worked out, and there was a good team, so that's all worth doing. Yeah, 1 kill, 67,000 damage. Decent. Like I said, it's worth commemorating when you find a team that you work well with. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So this week's episode of G-Quox is really good. No spoilers, but I kind of figured when we got to the midpoint they were just kind of gonna like toss things up and complicate things, because when you only have 12 episodes, that's kind of, yeah, at episode 6 or 7 the status quo has to break. So that's just kind of how the anime plotting do. But really good. Really like this week's new mobile suit designs, and I am looking forward to seeing if we get line art and or model kit announcements, hopefully by the time this video is live.